we're about ready to go. I said, I want a better
planes
definition.
In the air? Were planes in the
we're
air?
about ready to go.
Yeah.
No, but they would have been pretty soon. And things would have happened to a point where you wouldn't turn back or couldn't turn back.
President Trump explaining how he took the military from about ready to go to calling off this airstrike against Iran. That was a new interview with Chuck Todd. This account comes after the Times reported military officials were, quote, expecting a strike last night. Many people, including Trump's critics, are skeptical of his claims because he lies a lot. Trump's supporters are skeptical of media reporting in the New York Times. But this is a story, think about it, where Trump and the Times are in agreement, both emphasizing that Trump brought us to the brink of a major attack. Trump saying he was cocked and loaded, and there was evidence of that. But whether the U.S. was this close to a strike or farther or not close at all, that's a nuanced distinction. Trump's clearly improvising during this vacuum in civilian leadership for the military. The acting Pentagon chief leaving the building you see today in controversy after just 5 months in that role. And so, if Trump was really heading towards a strike, who is filling that vacuum for military advice? TV hosts on Fox News.
The president will have no choice. He will bomb the hell out of them. We have the most advanced weapon systems, and a strong message needs to be sent that a huge price will be paid if you take on the United States of America.
Why would we talk to them? They blowing up tankers of our allies, then they blow up our drone, and then we'll talk to them?
Well,
makes us look so weak.
But since Trump held back on the strike, does that mean he ultimately ignored Fox News? Maybe not. Because there's new reporting tonight. Fox host Tucker Carlson was privately urging Trump against war with Iran. And then last night he gave the president credit for being skeptical of the hawks.
The very people, in some cases literally the same people, who lured us into the Iraq quagmire 16 years ago, are demanding a new war, this one with Iran. The president, to his great credit, appears to be skeptical of this, very skeptical.
Now, I want to be very clear. It's totally possible Trump would do the same thing regardless of Fox News. Consider that much of his foreign policy is kind of a reverse Teddy Roosevelt. Speak loudly and don't use the big stick, whatever you do. The president has talked up fire and fury. He's threatened countries like Iran and North Korea before, but he usually pulls back after the rhetoric. The main exception in his first 2 years on the job were those limited airstrikes against Syria. Will he continue to pull back from this week's tension with Iran? And if so, is he channeling his own instincts or Tucker Carlson's? I want to turn now to a former Clinton administration diplomat, Mark Ginsburg, who also served as an advisor on Mideast policy in the Carter administration. Good evening to you, and what do you think of this very public way that Donald Trump has threatened and pulled back?
It's the public reality show foreign policy version 1.0. And with respect to Iran, Ari, I don't think the president knows from one day to the next what he wants to do on Iran. The fact of the matter is that the withdrawal from the Iran nuclear deal accelerated the impact of American sanctions on the Iranian economy. I don't think that neither he nor Secretary Pompeo nor John Bolton really had the foggiest notion how Iran would react. You know, Ari, remember the title of that movie, Something's Gotta Give?
Sure.
Well, that's the Iranian policy today. They cannot accept the status quo of U.S. sanctions. That's why they're putting bombs on tankers. That's why they're going to shoot down drones. That's why they're providing missiles to Houthi rebels to shoot at airports in Dubai as well as in...
Have you ever seen a president sort of delight in the will he or won't he part of bombing another country?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was... Yeah, this idea that somehow or other Trump does not have some methodology to his madness on this belies the fact that he is enjoying the spectacle of keeping everybody off balance.
And is that, in your view, problematic in any way? Or if you get the ultimate result, however curiously or ineptly, especially given the over-reliance on acting chiefs and the degradation of the nonpartisan and expert folks, but if you get to a place where he's beating back hawks, including John Bolton, can you live with that? Do you think that's basically a good outcome?
No, because in the end, the Iranians won't accept that as an outcome. The Iranians have tried diplomacy. The president actually had a back channel through Prime Minister Japan, who tried to open up a back channel between the Iranian government and the president. The Iranians rejected that. The Iranians want the Europeans to put pressure on the president. But the Iranians will not accept the status quo. They will not accept the president deciding when and where he's going to lift sanctions without they reacting somehow to change the status in the Gulf.
Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.